Welcome, fellow home baristas. If you've been venturing deeper into the art of espresso making, chances are you've encountered this intriguing little tool. The coffee distributor, often called a leveler or puck rake. It's that flat, sometimes spinning device that gets pressed into the portafilter basket before the all-important tamping stage. But the burning question remains for many. Is a coffee distributor truly essential for crafting exceptional espresso at home? Or is it simply another enticing gadget destined to gather dust in the ever-growing drawer of coffee accessories? Let's meticulously dissect its purpose, benefits, and whether it genuinely warrants a place in your espresso workflow. At its core, a coffee distributor tool is ingeniously designed to achieve one primary objective: to evenly distribute the finely ground coffee particles within your portafilter basket prior to the application of pressure with a tamper. It's crucial to understand that unlike a tamper, which functions to compress the coffee grounds into a cohesive puck, a distributor's role is purely about achieving uniformity in the distribution of those grounds. The design of most coffee distributors typically incorporates several key features. You'll often find a flat, or sometimes a multi-sloped, wedge-shaped base that interacts with the coffee bed. Many also boast an adjustable depth mechanism, allowing you to customize how far the tool penetrates the grounds based on your dose and basket size. Finally, a spinning or twisting motion is often employed to gently smooth and level the surface of the coffee bed, ensuring a consistent density across the entire puck. Think of this stage as the meticulous grooming of your espresso puck, setting the stage for an even and predictable extraction. In the realm of espresso brewing, consistency is not merely a desirable trait, it's the very bedrock upon which consistently delicious shots are built. Unevenly distributed coffee grounds within the portafilter can create significant vulnerabilities within the puck. These inconsistencies can lead to the dreaded phenomenon of channeling. Channeling occurs when the pressurized hot water, seeking the path of least resistance through the coffee bed, preferentially flows through certain areas, leaving other areas under-extracted. The unfortunate result of channeling is often a shot that exhibits undesirable flavor characteristics, ranging from harsh bitterness to sourness and a distinct lack of balance. A well-executed distribution step, facilitated by a distributor tool, plays a vital role in mitigating the risk of channeling through several key mechanisms. Firstly, by flattening the initial mound of coffee grounds, it establishes a more uniform starting point. Secondly, the act of evenly spreading the grounds from the center to the very edges of the basket ensures that there are no significant variations in density across the puck's diameter. Finally, a level and evenly distributed coffee bed makes the subsequent tamping process significantly easier and, crucially, more effective in creating a uniformly compressed puck. Now let's address the core of the matter with complete honesty. No, you do not absolutely need a coffee distributor tool to brew perfectly acceptable, even delicious espresso at home. Skilled baristas have been crafting exceptional shots for decades, relying primarily on meticulous manual distribution techniques. However, while not a strict necessity, a distributor tool can become a valuable ally in your pursuit of espresso perfection, particularly if you find yourself facing certain challenges. You might find a distributor particularly beneficial if you frequently struggle with achieving consistent puck preparation, leading to inconsistent extractions. Furthermore, if you've embraced the use of a bottomless portafilter, a fantastic tool for diagnosing extraction issues, and you observe frequent signs of channeling, a distributor can often help to tame those unruly sprays and improve shot clarity. Finally, for those aiming to streamline their workflow and achieve more repeatable results, especially when preparing multiple shots in quick succession, a distributor can offer a consistent and efficient method for puck preparation. When I initially integrated a distributor into my espresso routine, I must admit I was somewhat skeptical, perhaps viewing it as more of an aesthetic addition to my setup. However, within a surprisingly short period, less than a week of consistent use, I began to notice a tangible improvement in my espresso shots. I experienced fewer instances of blonding towards the end of the extraction and an overall cleaner, more balanced flavor profile even on mornings when I was rushing through my routine. It evolved into a quiet yet impactful upgrade that I unexpectedly came to appreciate a great deal. It's essential to clearly differentiate between the roles of a coffee distributor tool and an espresso tamper. While both tools interact with the coffee grounds in the portafilter, their purpose and timing of use are distinct. As we've discussed, the coffee distributor focuses on achieving an even distribution of the grounds before any compression takes place. Conversely, the espresso tamper is employed after the distribution stage to firmly and consistently compress the coffee bed into a cohesive puck. The pressure applied during distribution is minimal, primarily just the weight of the tool, whereas tamping requires a firm and consistently applied force to create the necessary resistance for proper extraction. In terms of skill level, effectively using a distributor requires very little technique, primarily just ensuring the tool is level and rotated consistently. However, mastering a consistent and level tamping technique is a fundamental skill in espresso making. While some innovative tools combine both distribution and tamping functions into a single device, often referred to as tamper-distributor combos, utilizing two separate tools often provides a greater degree of control over each critical stage of puck preparation. Now let's address the financial aspect. If you find yourself pulling multiple espresso shots on a daily basis, and you are genuinely invested in maximizing the quality and consistency of your espresso, then yes, a coffee distributor can be a worthwhile investment that will likely yield noticeable improvements in the consistency of your crema and the overall flavor balance of your espresso. However, it's also important to consider your individual brewing habits and budget. If you only brew espresso on an occasional basis, or if you are already consistently achieving excellent results with your current puck preparation technique, or if you are operating within a limited budget, then a distributor is likely not a necessity. In such cases, your efforts might be more effectively focused on perfecting your fundamental tamping technique and ensuring you have a quality grinder. In conclusion, a coffee distributor tool is not an absolutely essential piece of equipment for brewing good espresso at home. However, it possesses the potential to effectively bridge the gap between beginner-level consistency and the more refined consistency achieved by experienced baristas. For many home espresso enthusiasts, it represents a relatively small investment that can yield surprisingly significant benefits in terms of shot-to-shot consistency and overall espresso quality. If you are still in the process of building and refining your home espresso setup, a coffee distributor could very well be the next strategic upgrade that truly earns its place within your drawer of cherished coffee tools. Visualchopchick.com is watermark text.